Well, another Sixers practice in the books with 2-5 present, and once again, he's making storylines for the wrong reasons. Also, another piece of news around the NBA that will leave some Sixers fans dissatisfied and a whole lot more. Let's break it down. Perfect. What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome on into Philly Take with RB, where we constantly talk Philly sports. You know what to do. If you're enjoying the content, drop a like for your boy. Subscribe if it's your first time seeing me or if you're new to the channel, and hit that bell so you get all the notifications anytime we drop content or go live. Consider checking out the merch store and becoming a channel member for exclusive perks and to support the channel even further. All right, let's get into it. Once again, another pathetic, immature display, and we are at Sixers practice today. And first and foremost, I think it's important to highlight this as we have been anticipating for the last few days. Yes, that is right. According to Kai Carlin and the rest of the Sixers media, 2-5 will address the media tomorrow. He will address the media. I'm not sure what time, probably around the afternoon after Sixers practice. What will he say? You know, my first question would be, one, what was your main determinant and factor in terms of deciding to try to hold out and leave Philadelphia? And what was your main determinant and factor in deciding to come back? And I think that would be a really interesting question. And it would be interesting to hear how he would try to, answer that or tap around it or whatever. But, he's going to get the hard questions. I feel like he's going to try to blow everything over. But I really hope that he takes some accountability. And I hope that for the teammates' sake, for this team's sake, and for where both of us want to be in terms of our goals, in terms of the Sixers organization and 2-5 in his camp, just come out here and handle it like a professional. But I don't have hope in that. Why? Because of what happened today. But before we get to that, one more piece of news that I think is going to upset some Sixers fans, maybe even myself eventually. But according to Woj, Indiana Pacers guard Malcolm Brogdon has agreed to an additional 2-year, $45 million extension, guaranteeing him $89 million over the next 4 years. His agent, Austin Brown of CAA Sports tells ESPN. Now, why is this so meaningful? What does this impact in terms of the near future and the long-term future? Well, here it is. According to Bobby Marks from ESPN, who, by the way, is a contract guru, I really appreciate his work. He says, because the contract is for a total of 4 seasons, the current contract and the extension combined, Brogdon is not allowed to be traded this season. So there goes that. That's out the window. Malcolm Brogdon off the table. Therefore, in terms of the Pacers, I don't really see a deal happening. I don't see Karis LeVert being the main part of that deal. I don't see Sabonis or Miles Turner or any guys like that. TJ Warren, I don't know. That would be a really tough if for me. So honestly, I think the Pacers are off the table, and that's another offer that I view as just being erased from the playing field, and it hurts. And a lot of fans, a lot of Sixers fans, and other people with in terms of the organization, whether they have ties or maybe the media had been really talking about this deal, had been really playing up the Pacers, right? LeVert, Brogdon, and here we are. I don't think it's going to happen. So that's that. We'll see what happens. But anyway, talking about practice today, I just got back a little while ago and people were sending me this video. And I when I first glanced at it, it was just a practice huddle video. And I'm like, there's nothing that really strikes me from this. But then I see the comment from Jamie Apody. Shout out to her for posting this. The Sixers came to a huddle at the end of practice today, and 2-5 was dribbling the ball in the background, was not even paying attention, was turning the other way, and looked so disinterested. And this really hit me to this pissed me off, okay? And people in the comments keep talking about, why are you calling this guy 2-5? Why are you acting so childish? No, he's the immature one. You come back, you come get your money, and you want to facilitate a trade, and you don't even have the posture, and you don't even have just, honestly, the empathy and just the dignity to even put your hand up with your team. It's ridiculous, man. Look at this video. As you can see, if you look deep in the back, he's back there walking around. You're going to see him go through the back. This guy walks by, and you'll see his head poke out a little bit there. As you see him dribbling in the background. We'll look at it one more time if we can. right in the beginning, you can see him. Look, he's putting the ball over his head, not even paying attention whatsoever. I just think that's so disrespectful, and it's just ridiculous. The Sixers have been trying to play this off. Doc Rivers even commented on 2-5 today and said, in terms of the Sixers' chemistry with him, he says it'll grow, it'll come back. You see a little bit at a time and way more today than yesterday. It's going to keep getting better. I've been in this situation before. I listened to the clip. He sounded so just, I don't even know. He was just so unenergized, just so down. You know what I mean? Like, even listening to Tobias talk yesterday and try to shoot off questions the other way, or Tyrese Maxey, like, everybody just is having to go through this right now. And it's just like it's like a major black cloud on this team. Like, we need to get rid of this situation. I'm tired of dealing with such little BS. Like, you come back, you want your money, you want to tiptoe, like I said in the guidelines. Now I know exactly what he's doing. He's tiptoeing. Will he play? I don't know. What will he say tomorrow? I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. But you don't even have the dignity to put your hand up in a huddle. You want to act like this guy has such an ego to him, and he has such an attitude where it's like, I'm the best, I'm going to do it my way, I don't care. And that's the exact mentality that has gotten us in this situation. And I'm not here to trash the guy anymore, because honestly, at this point, like I continue to say, he's just pathetic, he's immature, and I'm just done with it. I'm ready to root for this team, and I'm ready for us to succeed this season. But when I see things like this, like look at Joel Embiid there leading the huddle, like it's so disrespectful to this squad. Like, at this point, I wish he didn't come. I wish he didn't get his money. It's ridiculous, man. And I feel bad for these other guys who have to just swim through this right now and wait to see what happens. Another thing happened today, which has essentially become the internet meme of the day on Twitter, and that was this video. First off, look at this guy, right? Let me see if I can pause this. Look at this. This guy's in sweatpants and a sleeveless hoodie. He's jogging around, doesn't look first off, he doesn't look like he cares, okay? Why is he in sweatpants? Like, honestly, look, I'm not going to critique the guy's wardrobe, you know what I mean? But come on, this is a basketball court. What are you doing? And on top of that, if you look a little more into this video, we'll try to pause it, but people started to create the commotion that he had a cell phone in his pocket, in the pocket of his sweatpants. We'll go back a little bit so we can see it here. When he turns to his left a little bit, you can kind of see it right there behind his hand. Right there behind his hand. You can kind of see it. Hold up. We'll get it. There you go. As you can see in his pockets, people were assuming that this was a cell phone. Now, I'll be honest. I'm not sure who created this, but I did see some comments in terms of Mark Stein, right? He said 2-5 appears to have practiced with a phone in his pocket. And a lot of the other media hung on to this a little bit, but this is ridiculous from a media standpoint. Like, you can obviously see that is not a cell phone. And Mark Stein went on to comment about it and essentially said 2-5 kept his practice jersey in his pocket during portions of the workout. He will undoubtedly be asked the exact contents when he speaks to the media for the first time since ending his holdout, and I shouldn't have amplified the story before that. You're right. And look, at some points, you got to be honest. Like, this is just stupid for them to create this entire story. I will be honest, though. The sweatpants is a bad look, but that's not a cell phone. And my focus in terms of this video is his energy level. Like, why does he not look at all engaged? Like, if you want to come back, I know you don't want to get in the huddle at the end of practice and you want to act like you're just on top of everybody, but come on, man. Like, do you really think these videos are not going to get out? Do you not think the media personnel are going to post these? You're walking around. He's sitting on the sidelines. Yesterday he had the second unit blue jersey on. Now he's over here. I really feel like this is one of those awkward situations where, like, say 2-5 is the ex and the Sixers are the boyfriend, and the ex comes back, and you're trying not to make eye contact. You're trying to avoid all communication at all costs. You still have to work together. You still have to do things together, right? Say maybe you work at the same place or you go to the same school or something, and you're just trying to avoid all communication at all costs. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like nobody's even talking to the guy. I feel like everybody in the Sixers press conferences, whether it's Danny Green, Tobias, I feel like they're all just talking. And I feel like nobody is really talking to this guy. And I wouldn't be surprised if he came back and has not said a word to anybody. Not said a word to anybody. And people want to wonder why we get so mad. Because we want to win. We want to be a good organization. And we have shown a lot of flashes of that during the preseason, right? And we've shown good basketball. And at the end of the day, we don't need this toxicity. It is not the fans that are toxic. It is guys like that. Like you can't even participate or at least try to act like you want to be there so that you can help us out as we try to help you out. Just ridiculous. And all I can say is that I can't wait for the season to start in a few days. And we're going to wait for the most anticipated Sixers press conference maybe ever tomorrow. And look, here, I'll say this as well. If he comes out and takes accountability, which I don't think he will, but if he does, I'll give him respect. I'll give him respect. If he would just come out and stop being just such and I can't even say, but if he would just come out and just man up and take accountability, I think a lot of people would feel at least a little bit different. But every step in line so far just reveals to me that that's not going to happen. And I don't think he's going to play much. And if he does, I'm just not seeing the chemistry and just the togetherness with this team when he's there. So we'll see what happens, but that's pretty much all we got for today. Don't let anybody tell you that you're a bad fan for wanting better for your team and your teammates. And, let's root for the guys that are going to be here and show up and show that demeanor and play hard at the end of the day. That's pretty much all I got. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.